In this comparative study, I'll explore the similarities and differences between Avatar, directed by James Cameron, and Princess Mononoke, directed by Hayao Miyazaki. Both films center around the delicate and complex relationships between indigenous cultures and the environment, yet the way they navigate spirituality, industrialization, and preservation sets them apart. To understand how, we must first explore the worlds these stories create. In Avatar, the Na'vi are the native people of Pandora, a lush, vibrant world teeming with life. The Na'vi's relationship with nature is intimate and reciprocal. They rely on the land, but also protect it. Deeply connected with Ewa, the spirit of all living things, they form mutual bonds with the creatures around them, illustrating a literal and spiritual connection that goes beyond survival into shared existence. As Neytiri tells Jake,
all energy is only borrowed, and one day you have to give it back.
In contrast, Princess Mononoke introduces the Amishi people, who live quietly with the nature. However, the balance is already disrupted. Human settlements like Irontown expand aggressively, exploiting the forest's resources and provoking the spirits that guard it. The film captures the collision between the old world of natural spirits and the new world of human industrialization. But unlike Avatar, though humans here are not one-dimensional villains. Lady Eboshi, the leader of Irontown, provides sanctuaries of lepers and employment of women, making the environmental conflict morally complex. Both films deeply embed spirituality into their narratives. In Avatar, Ewa is not merely a belief. She is scientifically observable planetary, which is conscious, and has a sacred web connecting every living organism. The Na'vi do not just respect Pandora, they are a part of her, praying at the Tree of Souls and living with the knowledge that they are stewards of a greater life force. Similarly, in Princess Mononoke, the spiritual forces of nature are literal. Giant wolf gods, boar gods, and the great forest spirit who embodies both life and death. Yet here, spirituality is more ambiguous. The forest spirits are powerful, but not always benevolent. They can protect, or destroy, heal, or curse. Ashitaka, the film's protagonist, suffers from a curse born out of nature's anger, and his journey becomes one of seeking balance between two worlds, human and spirit. We examine the theme of industrialization versus preservation. Both films present a clear tension. In Avatar, the RDA Corporation mines Pandora of an unobtainium, indifferent to the destruction they leave behind. Their machines rip apart the sacred forest without hesitation, highlighting the brutal consequences of profit-driven exploitation. The Na'vi's resistance to the RDA industrialization is a call to preserve what is sacred, not just for themselves, but for the survival of the entire ecosystem. Princess Mononoke approaches industrialization with greater nuance. Lady Eboshi's Irontown clears forests for iron, killing the forest spirits' habitats in the process. Yet Eboshi is portrayed as a visionary, trying to improve the lives of the marginalized. The film does not condemn progress itself, but rather blind, unchecked progress that refuses to live in balance with nature. This complexity shows Miyazaki's belief that solutions are not simple. Humanity must find a way to coexist with the natural world, or risk total collapse. Both films culminate in moments of reckoning. In Avatar, Jake Sully rejects his human identity and becomes fully part of Na'vi, leading the Battle of Pandora. The final scenes of Ewa intervenes to help the Na'vi, affirming the living, breathing will of nature to defend itself against human greed. In Princess Mononoke, the climax comes with the death and rebirth of the great forest spirit. When the spirit's head is severed, the land dies, but once it's restored, the cycle of life begins again. Ashitaka and Sand both realize that neither humans nor spirits can coexist without the other. Their final parting shows the peace with nature requires humility, compromise, and respect, and not just dominance. Through these two films, we see the fundamental struggles between industrialization and preservation, the yearning of spiritual connection and the reverence of indigenous ways of life. Despite their different cultural lenses, Western sci-fi spectacle versus Japanese mythological epic, both Avatar and Princess Mononoke ultimately ask the same question: can we live with nature without destroying it? Or will our future be a graveyard of once what we loved and what is too late to be?